Thank you for joining us, and if you have yet to subscribe to the channel, please do.
I can't tell you how many emails I got from in Chicago that was already putting T Street's name out there. They was telling me that T Streets was.
How you know they were from Chicago? Did their email say like Chi-Town Crazy 74 at hotmail.com? Did it say Michigan Avenue at gmail.com? Like, how you know these people were from Chicago?
But I had nothing to substantiate that. I didn't. To me, it didn't fit. Them emails that I got, them wasn't wrong. So trust me when I tell you this. Because in the streets up there in Chicago, I already knew what it was.
Whatever helps you
And
sleep.
ain't no doubt in my mind that the police knew too. That's why they went looking for him. Think about it. They found out that was a passenger. That's why they went looking for him. Not because of some fucking YouTube.
Whatever helps you sleep at night. Y'all did this together. So you sleeping at night is not my concern.
They went looking for him because at that moment, he was a witness. He was a witness to this. Yeah, they want to talk to him. I mean, think about the Kanika Jenkins case. They interview everybody.
You didn't think about the Kanika Jenkins case. You all these years later, you're still talking about it. You're wrong.
When I seen him go to the police station and I heard this right here.
No, no, he's on his way. This is
How you doing?
this gentleman right
They
here.
looking like, well, no.
This gentleman right here in the red shirt was a witness to the Zack Stoner.
Oh, yeah.
750 South Park. Okay, so he's a witness to that. Delaney asked me to
Why
bring
do
him
we
up here
out here? That's central.
because this is where they were willing to come.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they
Why here? This was where they were willing to come. Does that mean he was going to get on the stand and say who did do it? I think he was there to just get ruled out. Look, I'm ruled out. Leave me out of this. Cut my name out of it. Didn't work out that way.
When I got a phone call saying he wanted to come in, he didn't want to go to 51st. He wanted to come here.
Hey, see you once today.
He's on the way. We can go down here to the side.
Yeah, and this is his dad and his brother.
Evidently, he had a lot of trust in his father and his brother. They're the people that he went to. He blessed enough to have two people that he could go to in those moments. And he did.
Y'all heard what she just said. She clearly stated that the guy in the red shirt, which is T Streets, was there as a witness. So they knew something. They knew enough.
They knew that he had nothing to do with it. T Streets, his father, his brother, they knew that he had nothing to do with it. That's what they knew. Do you think I think he knew exactly who it was that gunned them down? No. If he did, do you think I think he was going to testify against them? No. He was there to rule himself out. His brother, himself, and his father knew he had nothing to do with it. That's the information they were bringing to the table.
To classify him as a witness. And then y'all heard what she said.
She didn't classify. She's a lady behind the desk. She don't classify nothing. She said what she said. Those are words.
Which is T Streets, was there as a witness. So they knew something. They knew enough to classify him as a witness. And then y'all heard what she said. He called them and told them he wanted to come in.
Because he knew his name was being implicated in the murder of his friend, Zack TV. You're right. They didn't subpoena him. They didn't. It's Chicago. It's 20 unsolved murders a day. He went in there to rule himself out. For the internet, for the street, for everybody to get off him. Was it the wrong move? Maybe. What choice did he have? I don't know. I ain't thought about it that hard yet. Too busy thinking about how everybody's misinformation and how everybody's imagination got the man killed.
It didn't sound like he was in there denying, like, I don't know no shit, I wasn't there type. They had already classified him as a witness.
They didn't classify nothing, man. There was no formal anything there. It was a lady behind the desk calling him a witness. Okay? You saying she classified him. This is what y'all do. You make something solid out of jello.
What did they know at that point?
They knew that T Streets had nothing to do with setting up Zack TV.
To classify him as a witness.
They knew what he just said, that he was there, that he was a passenger. A part of that you ain't understanding. That's all they know. Their business is to interview him and see what he gonna let them know. And I believe what he was gonna let them know is, hey, we got lit up and, I ain't see nothing. I was looking the other way, got lit up, got hit. We'll see, because I'm sure at some point, whatever statement he gave, that paperwork's going to come out. We'll look at it when it does.
What, because he was a passenger? Yeah, that sounds about right. So a lot of other things became suspect to me. And then y'all remember this little right here?
So they was taking some cars out there, man. Like, so the car just pulled up on them. Made it out to Italy and pay for that. Oh yeah, yeah. So it was I'm alive, bro. So I'm alive. Yeah, I'm about to cut this off. Oh, okay, my bad.
I know y'all heard that in the background. While T Streets was on live, that in the background said something like, so when they pulled up on Zack, to me that's another piece to the puzzle. Because understand this, T Streets didn't want him to go no further with that conversation.
So what you want him to do? I do remember it. I watched it, and there was nothing crazy said on that tape. I don't need the police, the streets, anybody to know what I know unless I want them to know it. Same with T Streets. They start talking to him about what happened to Zack TV. He don't want that on his live. Does it mean he's covering up a setup? Does he mean he's protecting himself from the police, the internet, and everybody else and what they run with? Just think about it. Him alone saying, hey, I'm on live. We don't talk about stuff like that on camera. Period. Whether you victim, friend, foe, whatever, we're not gonna talk about it on camera. Yeah, it wasn't a conversation for the camera. Whether it was him saying, yes, some dudes in a gold van rolled up and smoked us. Evidently, he wasn't trying to tell that to the police. He wasn't trying to tell that to the streets. He wasn't trying to tell that to Alive, if he seen that at all. And y'all made a thing out of it. If it was that incriminating to T Streets and it showed him in that much guilt, why didn't he delete this live right at the end of it? Right? Why didn't he stop the live right there and just delete it? We would have never saw it. Oh, but it's always there. Nah, it's not always there. There's footage that's gone. Why didn't he just delete it? Because he nipped it in the bud. Dude was talking, he didn't want to do the talk. And what did everybody do? They ran with the information. And let's just say I'm T Streets. My friend got killed. Everybody's implicating me. I know who did it. I saw who did it. I don't want to tell the police that. Maybe I'm going to handle that by myself later. Maybe I'm having a conversation with somebody. Somebody starts asking me questions. And I say, no, I'm not trying. I'm not trying to. Does that mean I set up my homeboy? I don't think so.
He on live with more information.
What information?
You understand what I'm saying?
No.
That whoever shot in Zack's car, they didn't give a fuck about T Streets neither. They didn't give a damn about his life. Couldn't have. So, in my opinion, when he was able to walk away from this scene, he was a dead man walking. Let's keep it 100.
What? He was a dead man walking already? Just because they shot that car up with no remorse and was down to kill whoever was in there, he was already a dead man walking? He wasn't a dead man walking until y'all put a spotlight on him. You wildin'.
He knew some shit. And then he thought it was a good idea to go on live in the police station and have motherfuckers in the background confirm that he's there as a witness. So y'all know how niggas in the hood be. Think he in there talking.
Yeah. You heard what she just said? Y'all know how people in the hood be. That's what I'm saying to y'all. Y'all know how people in the hood be. They just run with the first thing that comes to mind. Path of least resistance. You know how the hood be.
Y'all remember that saying, leave no witnesses? Yeah.
Yeah. What saying is that? Who said that? I don't remember that. I know it was a saying.
This is the tree where we thought we saw the shooter. Remember this?
Where we thought we saw the shooter. We'll go back to the video. I'll cut it in right here.
We got another shooter, y'all. We got another shooter, and we got that. We on that ass over. He firing shots, y'all. Y'all can see it. If y'all didn't see it, rewind that shit and pay attention and follow the word shooter. He firing shots from behind Zack's car. Yeah. We on their ass over here. What y'all think about that shit? We got another shooter, y'all.
We got another shooter, y'all. That's what you said. You didn't say you thought. You didn't say maybe. You said there's shots being fired right here. That's what you said.
Pay attention right there, and I'm about to show y'all where we thought the shooter was. You see the little flashes of light? Watch the tree.
And nobody over there reacted to those shots. There was no shots. There was no one there. Nothing happened.
Now, I know there was a lot of speculation. When I put up that video,
there was no speculation. You said we got another shooter, y'all.
Like, lost their mind. You hear me? Like, I was getting hate emails, all kind of
shit. You deserved them. And it's funny to you.
So, went crazy with that. But some people said that it was just like reflections of light. You know, to me it looked like gunshots. You know, like shots being fired. So, you know, I'm still believing that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I still believe that because that's what it looks like to me.
Because you're an idiot if you still believe that. Number one, some cameras' frame rate don't match up with the rate of fire, so sometimes they don't even catch the muzzle flash. Secondly, if it did catch the muzzle flash, you know how bright that light would be on that camera? The reason that camera is grainy like that is because it's underexposed. There's not enough light out there. That light would have shined out there. But you saying you still believe it. You saying you still believe there was a dude standing by that tree shooting while all those people's running back and forth and nobody reacted to that.
Y'all remember him? I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Like I really, really want to know what the happened to his eye. I really do. But
No, you want to find a way to connect his eye to this story.
yeah. But y'all heard what he just said. He backtracks and says the first car when the shooting flew past him going in one direction. He said, and it was a beige van. And I know at the beginning we was all like, damn, like I wonder if that van had anything to do with it. And like I wasn't sure.
No, you said absolutely unequivocally you did not believe that that van had anything to do with it.
Kept replaying that live that T Streets put out with them guys talking in the background. One of them guys says it was a gold. And I'm thinking he's talking about a gold vehicle. And we got this Wilson guy right here talking about a beige van. I think we talking about the same car.
2023, we know it was the same car. We know it wasn't a black Chevy. We know it wasn't the tan car that AMG Fresh and T Streets jumped into. We know it was a gold van. We know that in 2023. You didn't know that then. You just ran your mouth.
We got Darren Wilson saying a beige van. We got the in the background talking about something that was gold, a gold car, beige gold. I mean, we know how some niggas a color. To some niggas, that's all the same: beige, gold, tan, cream.
This killer, that killer, friend, foe, tan van, tan car, beige car, gold van. What the reporter said, what the witness said, all the same thing. You know, no, not a big deal.
Then you know when I thought about that, I thought about remember we were talking about the shooter by the tree,
What shooter by? There was no shooter by the tree.
and I'm like, well, who the fuck was he shooting at? Was he shooting at that beige van, gold van, whatever the fuck color it was? Was he shooting at that car, trying to get away? I mean, maybe there was a guy by the tree, but maybe he was shooting in defense of Zack. And I'm not sure. I'm not positive. I mean, I wasn't out there.
So this is 2 days after Zach's death. We got a tweet from T Streets on June 1st at 7:02 p.m. Man, I'm hearing a lot of fool shit and it's hurting me more than anybody could imagine. But I know my brother know what's up. So with that being said, how anybody feel, and that's real. Word from Tree Streets. You wouldn't want me to stop, so I'm not. Again, I equate this at a later time to the Pop Smoke case. When Pop Smoke died, Path of Least Resistance went and decided that they were going to blame the first person they saw with him in a picture that day, which was his best friend. I can't remember the gentleman's name right now, but I will cover it in this series. He was interviewed during the 50 Cent series with Van Lathan, where they interviewed people that were involved with some of these big rapper murders. At that time, that kid took a picture holding money with Pop Smoke the day that he died. Instantaneously, the world said it was him, and he's been dealing with that shit ever since. People are irresponsible with their opinions, more so when they don't have one. Most people don't have an opinion. They don't know what to think. Some people don't have an opinion. They're just going to run with what everybody else has to say, what's easiest for them. Takes less thought. Some of them don't have the attention span for that type of thinking. So they run with the first thing they hear. They run with the first thing that comes to mind. Most of the time, that thought is wrong. It's not challenged. So right here, we can see T Streets is feeling the effects of people blaming him for his friend's death.
A lot of people was claiming different things that, T Streets had set up Zack TV, and that's why he was killed.
Because remember what old girl said, meta equals setup. Shut your dumb ass up. Evidently no one. Who can I trust? Absolutely nobody. Because minutes or a couple of hours, maybe an hour after this tweet, T Streets was dead, lying in the street.
He even has Zack tatted on his back saying he is.
Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I
I gotta give my opinion on that, Grease
Give
Gang.
it.
Y'all know we speak number facts right here, and that's what we gonna continue to do.
All right, see what he just said? I want to give my opinion. You know, we ain't talking nothing but facts over here. Two different things, Papa. Fact and opinion ain't the same deal.
It also said that Streets knew more about Zack killing. You know what I'm saying? I'm guessing he knew who killed Zack or who had something to do with Zack killing. And you know, Streets even went to Chicago PD, and he was like he wanted to be investigated, basically to clear his name.
He was trying to get himself ruled out. Doesn't mean he was going there to tell them that it was a bunch of dudes in a gold van. You know what I'm saying? He was going to get ruled out. But we don't think nuance enough. There's no big homie saying, oh, yeah, but did you check this? Or did you think about that? Or did you do this? No, none of that. No due diligence. We just talk until somebody's dead, then the problem's gone. You find out it wasn't that person. You find out you were wrong the whole time. You back up in the bushes. You ain't got to think about it no more. Shameful.
Even the police found no evidence that he was a part of it or
They
set
ruled him out.
A lot of people in Chicago think that he set him up, and from the looks of things, that's the reason that Streets was killed, man. And it's sad to say that because at the end of the day, nobody had any proof. There's no proof that he set him up.
Not a shred of proof. Thank you for joining us, and if you have yet to subscribe to the channel, please do. Peace.